Welcome back to the Sanctuary and Final Fantasy XIV Dawntrail. We are in Interfalce, the final battle in our endeavor.
The worlds have been bridged. Be at ease, everyone. Your ether will soon be replenished.
Queen Eternal is our nemesis right now. It's time to put her into the ground.
No interference. Disappear.
You obviously don't know who you're fucking with. You ain't touching me with that shit.
Do not be afraid. Death is not the end.
I pretty much got the hang of this. Yet no, the hell you won't. Ooh, that was close. Watch the bandwidth. I've got the mechanics down. Legitimate force.
I will show you the world beyond.
Oh, frick on the stick. Ah, what the fuck? Okay, that was bullshit.
Do not be afraid. Death is not the end. Deploying drone. Deploying drone. Are you still alive? Activating reserve power.
Jeez, this thing will quit.
Are you still alive? Disengaging safety. Target area eliminated. Commencing erasure.
Jesus fuck! Hit us with everything, why don't ya?
Aborting process. Let us fly around. Deploying
Okay, both are on that side. Oh, this is gonna be rough.
Is this a rift in reality? Has she lost control of the power? Sphene, listen to me. I understand. I do. And I know that you won't be swayed from your course. But if there's truly no other way to resolve this, then face me. Not as a machine, but as the real you.
Amity. Anomaly detected in memory banks. Data of the endless Sphene partially restored.
This is what I desire, and I will not fail.
Oh, you just pissed her off.
I can't bear to lose them. Not again.
I feel your pain, as if it were my own. At last, I think I know you. All of you.
Oh boy.
How can you say that to me now?
It's over, Sphene. We will stop you.
No! I won't let you! I can't! I will protect my people's happiness!
Leave that burden with us now. We will bear it in your stead.
Almost there. And we did it. Oh, Husky Frab, thank you. I didn't even know anybody was actually watching. Thank you so much for the follow. And thank you for the clear. I really do appreciate it. Rainsmoon, thank you for the follow. I'm pretty sure I'm pretty sure you're the paladin who was in our party from the Co-Tank. Yep, I guessed it. You know what? I need to get a photo of this right quick because this is an awesome, you know what, first-person view. Where am I looking? There we go. I definitely gotta get a picture of this before I pop out of here, because that would be a nice background. Print screen. Boom. All right. All right. Time to enjoy the cutscene. And thank you for the 2 player comms, by the way. All right. Let's see how this ends.
Sphene!
Your voice reached me, Lamachi.
Is it really you?
No, only in part. My memories as a living person are gone. I've been remade from those I had as an endless. However, I cannot remain long, for the Meso Terminal will soon cease to function. Once, you wanted to know me, Lamachi. Let my last act be to give an honest accounting. I am, above all, sorry for the suffering I've caused your people and mine. I am ultimately powerless against the inevitable, unable to do aught but visit harm upon the innocent. I am, in the end, a pitiful, selfish creature. One that should never have been created.
Carry too many gentle memories.
Our nations are worlds apart, but they feel so close. Who knows what we could have accomplished had we walked together towards a shared future. And yet, it could never be so. We each had our own to protect.
If only I had met you when I was still alive, then perhaps. But it's no use dwelling upon a miracle that didn't happen. Still, if there's one thing I hope you'll believe, it is this. Brief though it was, I treasured our time together. It pains me to think that its memory will disappear along with me. I know I have no right to ask this of you, but when I'm gone, my people, will you?
We'll take care of them. Don't worry. And we will never forget the Endless. Neither them, nor the time we spent with you. So be free of your burdens, Sphene. And sleep well.
I will. Thank you.
Looks like we're being sent out. I'm betting dollars to donuts that my question was, what the hell am I supposed to do with this thing?
Farewell, my beloved Alexandria.
I mean, we have the key, and for some reason it is linked to a Zem, but I have no idea what we're going to end up doing with this shit. Well, we're awake outside the Meso terminal, so... Yay?
So it was that the Meso terminal fell dark, and the Endless departed for oblivion's embrace. Their resplendent paradise was no more, as the memory sustaining it faded with the golden light. Even so, in a way, they live on. This I felt with conviction, as I basked in the glow of a new dawn.
Close my eyes and scream to the wind. Look around and find me standing all alone. Look again, we're standing there. 'Cause the storm has taken everything I know. Being lost, you need it back. Don't know why I thought I'd make it by myself. After all that we've been through. Out of time, I'm running blank and somebody help. We stand for you. Learned so much in life I couldn't understand. Understand we're by your side. Standing tall, we'll face tomorrow hand in hand. What yours and yours and mine. We've been halfway through the warfare with you. It's our tailored tapestry. Never losing sight of everywhere they led.
It remains to be seen how interdimensional fusion may have affected other reflections. Kryle's parents spoke of the power's capacity for both good and evil. I cannot help but wonder how Sphene's deeds will be remembered by those they touched. The key that started it all was entrusted to the adventurer. Such an artifact certainly lies within the Scion's realm of expertise, and no objection was raised to their retaining it for research.
Of course not, because probably the only one who's capable of using it is the partially sundered Ascian.
By order of Vao Kona, the Skydeep cenote was placed under the strict watch of the Landsguard. With the mighty Bakuljaja among their number, they shall not want for strength, even in Soralja's absence. Upon learning of their queen's passing, the people of Alexandria mourned and wept. Having devoted herself to sparing them sorrow, the sight might well have moved Sphene to tears. However, with Wuklamat carrying on her legacy, I have faith that her subjects will know joy once more. As anticipated, the news that young Gululja had succeeded his father as king was greeted with trepidation. Reception was also mixed when Wuklamat came forward to name herself as the boy's guardian. But the people were mollified to learn that Everkeep's systems remained operational, and there would be no impact on their lives.
I'm pretty sure that some of them will not remain intact, but still.
One day, when he is older, Gululja will decide for himself what manner of ruler he will be. Till that day and beyond, may the path of the young king be illuminated by the love of family.
So high on the down we set our sights, looking horizon, fly over.
Oh, for a minute I thought we were gonna do this entire cutscene raining. I was gonna be like, bullshit!
Meanwhile, in Tuliyola, the people came together to hail their new Dawn servants' great victory. Having honored those they lost, they turned their attention to a brighter future and celebrated for 3 days and nights.
And of course, Grahi in the taco. They had to throw that in there. And Alice with the fruit. Oh, poor Grahi. You don't even let him eat the goddamn taco. What the fuck?
Seize the day and hold on tight. The sun is rising.
Thank Cridin Oriange enjoying some well-earned drinks. Estinian getting bombarded by children. Yep. That Estinian's just like, get these fucking kids off me!
Not everything had been resolved, though.
Eh?
Those who had spent 30 years in the Dome struggled to resume their former lives. This and a host of other challenges remained. But as the new Dawn servants continue to lead with strength and wisdom, the people may be assured that peace will endure.
we finally completed Final Fantasy XIV Dawntrail. Oh my god, it has been a month. Actually, it's been more than a month. Jeez, I started this back in July. Oh, there was so much to do. Holy crap, just thinking about all the things I had to do on top of Dawntrail, it's not even funny. So while we're letting the credits roll, I do want to talk a few things, and I'm going to lower the volume a little bit. I'm going to start with the stuff I didn't really particularly like about this expansion, or at least in terms of story, and then I will move on to the things that I actually liked about it. First and foremost, while I believe that there is room, I definitely believe there is room for improvement with Wuklamat's voice actress. Like, yes, they are trans. Yes, this probably was one of their first big time performances. And their delivery was really much to be desired. So I'm hoping in future patches, in future recordings, that Wuklamat will have a little bit more emotion in their delivery. There were also some parts of the main scenario that, for lack of better terminology, dragged on maybe a little bit too long when it came to world building. We'll see how that works out in the foreseeable future. All things considered, though, I did enjoy a lot of the journey. Learning about Toral in its entirety. I did enjoy a lot of the music because it's Masayoshi Soken. Come on. There are very few tracks where he can actually, like, completely screw it up. And he definitely delivered when it came to the music. Meanwhile, some of the dungeons, I mean, I've only done one or two of them twice so far. And now that I'm finally done with Dawntrail, I will be leveling up my other jobs and leveling up Viper and Pictomancer, so I look forward to that. I did enjoy the fight between us and Gulu Jaja both times, actually. I will say I did have some assumptions as to why the Vow of Resolve was always, or the head of Resolve always had their face shrouded. And, you know, it was only a matter of time before we either find out that, oh, he was sleeping all this time, or, yeah, he was dead. You know, I was starting to think Zoralja was pretty cool, but to see him as a complete tool bag, just, it's kind of disheartening. I would have hoped that, you know, they would portray him as, like, yes, he was resolved, but maybe have a kind heart before he goes to the betrayal part. Whereas, Zarel Jaja, literally, he got, like, the biggest redemption arc that we have seen. I will say this, there has been a lot of flack on Dawntrail just being Wuklamat, the expansion. And to that I say, a lot of this expansion is going to be much like Stormblood was to Heaven's Ward. It's going to be that one expansion that kind of builds up the world a lot more and establishes new characters, where our character is not really mainly the focal point. And I don't mind that, honestly. Sometimes I don't like to be in the spotlight. And in my character's lore, yeah, like he'll do what he needs to, but sometimes he just wants to kick back and relax. Let someone else have a journey of discovery, and that's what we had. We had somebody else doing the journey of discovery. Sorry, needed a little bit of water to that. Husky Frapp says Dawntrail was just eh. And yes, that is essentially how it's going to be. Yes, the content was great, but all in all, this is Endwalker's Stormblood, to put it simply. That's how I feel about this expansion. This base expansion was essentially just the Stormblood to Endwalker, much like Stormblood was to Heavensward. What we knew going into this that it wasn't going to be great, and if you went into it with that mentality, you were going to be pleasantly surprised. But if you went into Dawntrail thinking like, oh, this is going to be so great, we're going to be in a new world, we're going to be saving the world again, no, you were going to be disappointed, obviously. So I went into it thinking that, yeah, this was like I said before, this was essentially going to be how Stormblood was to Heavensward. The expansion where we just get a little bit more world building, we maybe get some new characters into line, and we're not the focal point of the whole story. But now, going into future installments and future patches, we have to wonder, where can the story go from here? Because as we've seen, we have established that we have a way to travel to various reflections. Especially with this portal into living memory. It just shows that we can have a stable gate into another reflection. So I'm wondering if most of the future patches are going to, first and foremost, establish, Wuklamat's rule and Galulja's rule in terms of the people of Alexandria. So we're most likely going to spend some more time there. And I also wonder if it is highly possible that some of the patches will lead into us moving ahead into a different reflection as well. So it'll be interesting to see where Dawntrail goes from here, especially in the new patches. But we got a lot to look forward to anyway, especially a new raid series, a new Alliance raid series, more MSQ with future patches, and of course, I still have yet to do the role quests for Dawntrail, as well as the storylines for Pictomancer and Viper. So please look forward to those. On top of that, I still have a whole bunch of I still have a full backlog of Final Fantasy XIV content to go around, especially since I haven't finished any relics yet. So that's gonna be my time. Oh boy. Yeah, I'm almost done with the Arome Reborn relics. I'm gonna move on to the Heavensward relics. We still have a whole bunch of content to provide. So please feel free to. Husky Frapp says, oh, you're doing all the relic series? Dude, trust me when I say, check out my YouTube. Freaking, I have been doing it for well over 10 years. I just got serious about the all the relics, only because I was bored and had nothing better to do. And one of my fellow FC mates, Jean Marcus, who you'll most likely see on the Sanctuary eventually, he and I have a little race going to see who can finish all their relics first. And right now I am like 2 phases away from being completely done. So please, for the love of God, look forward to that. On top of that, I've been slowly but surely grinding through Elementary Chondrite, so the Manderville Relic series may be done before Heaven's Ward and Stormblood, but we'll see what happens. What other things did I like about this expansion? I did love I definitely did enjoy some of the trials and definitely some of the dungeons. I will say this though, I was not really a fan of the gear sets. I mean, okay, let me rephrase that. I am loving a few of the relic gear sets or the artifact gear sets that we've gotten so far. In the month that it took me to finish this MSQ, I literally got 3 jobs up to level 100. Paladin, Monk, and Gunbreaker, which was my main. And all 3 of them, I do like the look of the gear. Yeah, the level 90, I'm pretty glad that the augmented credendum gear kind of pushed me through most of the storyline. Like I said before, in the previous part for this particular quest, I ended up with 1 augmented credendum ring before Alexandria hit, and then the last ring got covered, and I was like, oh, finally. I thought I was gonna go through this whole freaking quest with just 1 augmented credendum ring left. I love how Ashdaya was just sitting there watching this all go down with Kona. Part of me wishes we could have established more character when it came to Otis. Though I do understand he was kind of a minor character. At the same time, he had a very short character arc, which I don't know whether I liked it or not. And of course, near the end, the last cutscenes, I did enjoy how they circled back to the original theatrical trail. I shouldn't say theatrical trailer, the release trailer. How, you know, with Alice and her little fruit, Graha with his taco, Estinian getting bombarded by the little children. But yeah, yeah, that makes me so mad. Like, literally, I went, like, watch the previous episodes of Dawntrail when they come out on YouTube, because I was so pissed when I didn't get to eat a taco in game. I was so waiting for that, and no Husky, there was not a single fucking successful taco eating scene. Actually, wait, no, there was, but it wasn't done by us. It was done by Wukulamat. And it was the Zebruk Pibil in the feet of riposte. Because now I'm remembering it and I'm just sitting there going, those were tacos. Sure, there wasn't any vegetables or cheese or tomatoes or anything like that, but there was meat and there were tortillas. So there was a single successful taco eating scene. And of course we got to go on an adventure again with you know, we are just fulfilling Grahatia's like fantasies at this point. I was pleasantly surprised that they established Kryl as literally from another reflection, because I was not expecting that. We know that, you know, she was orphaned at a very young age, but to establish her as kind of a resident of Alexandria, or even just of that reflection, really, and to find out her real name is Maya, that was kind of cute. The Galoof Revel, though. Oh yeah, the Galoof reveal, yeah. I will say this about the final fight, now that we've got this picture up. Just gay for Galoof, huh? Okay, got it. Husky Frap says, I may or may not have screenshots of just Galoof. But yeah, I'm just joking on that. About the final fight, I did not. I want to say there were some highs and lows in that fight. Granted, they threw out a lot. The way they handled the AoEs in that fight was very interesting. It threw me for a loop at first, but I kind of got the hang of it right at the get. But then, what was it? The absolute one, I forget the name of it right now. It's absolute something and I'm forgetting. But yeah, that threw me for a fucking loop. And I'm kind of disappointed that I died like 2 or 3 times during that entire final fight. That is the wall mech where you gotta find a safe spot to go through was real cool. Yeah. I think this is a sweet picture right here. Let me just oh nope, can't do it. I can't turn out the background. But that's a nice sweet little picture of all of them. No, I don't know what I don't know what's going on in the background over there, but okay. Here's another thing I'm kind of disappointed about. The lack of jump puzzles. I think there was only like 1 or 2 jump puzzles in the entirety of Dawntrail. If anyone finds any more if anyone finds any more jump puzzles other than the one in Tuliolal, please do not hesitate to send that shit to me, because Husky Frap says, I want to see if Zeralja's buddy is actually still alive. Yeah, actually, no, wait, no, he's dead, if I remember right, because he was stabbed in the back by Zeralja. No, he was stabbed. I remember. I'm like, yep, saw that coming. If I recall correctly, he was definitely stabbed in the back. Fair enough. Husky was too busy staring at Zeralja to, like I said before, I was not surprised. I was ultimately not surprised when Zeralja turned out to just be a massive dick biscuit. Like it would have, I think it would have come more of a shock if they had established him early on as being like more caring about the people he was leading. But he just seems so, what's the word I'm looking for? I wouldn't say aloof, but he was very disconnected, if that makes sense. And honestly, Husky Frap, before I say anything else, I want to say thank you. Yeah, he was immediately labeled a war criminal, basically. Like, it would have been more of a character arc if, you know, we were established, he had been established, if he wasn't established before Dawntrail as being a guy who just cares about starting war. And honestly, let me just say, Husky, thank you for being in the Twitch chat during these final moments of the Dawntrail main scenario, because I am loving having this discussion. Like, this literally is making the rest of my night. But yeah, Zeralja was immediately labeled a war criminal, basically, as you said. It would have been, it would have made more sense to establish him early in Dawntrail, as maybe you could reach him more, but his end scene near his final words, his final scene, yeah, his final scene felt so out of place compared to everything he's done. Reigns, yeah, I can see that. I mean, don't get me wrong, you know, if you want lizard, you want lizard, but okay. Rainsmoon just said she was definitely staring at Zeralja the entire time, mostly because he is a war criminal. Oh, man. But yeah, I think I would have liked it better in terms of Zeralja's character if he had had more of a conflicting character to what he was established early on as. But basically, he was all war criminal all the time up until right near the end. And that's kind of what turned me off to his character. Meanwhile, we have a character like Bakul Jaja, who started off as this total dick biscuit with no compassion for tacos. And yes, I will keep barking up that tree until the end of my days. Because until such time as I get a true taco eating scene, I will not be satisfied. True, Bakul Jaja has had a change of heart and is in a nice character arc, but at the same time, I'm still owed tacos. And like I said before, I mean, Kona and Wuklamat definitely need some work, especially in terms of the character's delivery of line, the voice actress's delivery of lines and their inflection, because there were a lot of scenes that I felt could have been so much more, what's the word I'm looking for? Jesus, this is the problem with autism. I always have the word at the tip of my tongue and then it escapes me. I think a lot of the scenes could have brought up, especially with Wuklamat, could have brought a lot more emotion, like I said. Husky Frap says, I honestly thought Zoralja's wisdom fella was gonna be the one to be the bad guy, have him be the one pulling the strings. Well, I mean, okay, so Sarilja, here's the thing about Sarilja. He was established as, yeah, he might be the one pulling the strings, but near the end there, yeah, he was going to end up being the one being betrayed. So yeah, they established him as maybe being the one pulling the strings, but ultimately, Zoralja wasn't going to be a puppet. Let's face it. If he was going to be a puppet to anyone, it was going to be himself and his ambitions. And that's like the biggest flaw of Zoralja, is that he thinks he thought he had to compare himself to his father. And that was his ultimate flaw that led to his downfall. Instead of admitting to himself that, you know, he is not his father, he will never be his father, but there are ways that he could be like him, then maybe, well, then we wouldn't have a storyline. What else? Honestly, I'm just trying to talk while these credits are rolling, because I'm honestly interested to see, like, you know, who has been leading this project. Plus the music's awesome. Like, y'all think this is Amanda Aiken on the track? Yeah, I mean, I had a feeling like this song is like all right. It's not like world breaking like Dawntrail or even Dragon Song from Heaven's Ward. Actually, that makes me think about something that kind of threw me off, and I'm slowly but surely getting used to it, is Tulio Lal's music. I was not expecting jazz. But I do enjoy this ending theme song. If only because it feels more like, yeah, everyone's singing together, everyone's, saying. I'm barely listening to the lyrics, so I apologize for that. Hold on, let me listen to the lyrics a little bit to kind of catch my thoughts here. Okay, yeah. Actually, no, I'm definitely gonna have to have a lyric. I'm definitely gonna have to wait for the lyrical journey notification when that comes out, because I'm pretty sure. I mean, don't get me wrong, I'm still going to get the album the minute it gets on Apple Music. Forget it. There is no way I'm not getting it. All right. How much longer are these credits gonna roll? What have we been through? Four songs? Maybe 5? All right, let's... Husky Frap says, I did chores during credits, I think. Yeah, normally I just leave the credits rolling and then I go to piss off while the stream's still rolling. But, you know, that just ends up on dead air. And I never know when YouTube's copyright algorithm is gonna come for my ass. You know what this song kind of makes me feel like, actually, now that I'm thinking about it? It kind of reminiscent of This Is Me from The Greatest Show. I don't know. I don't know why it makes me think of that song. And oh, another thing I did enjoy is the fact that we now have Solution 9. Oh yes, and The Lion King, yes. But in terms of Solution 9, I do want to say a couple of things. Thank fuck for Solution 9, because now I used to be so averse to some of the more modern looking gear in Final Fantasy XIV, especially some of the glamour gear sets, because to me it just looked way too modern in a more classical fantasy game. But now that is subverted thanks to the fact that Solution 9 has gone, hey, we're kind of a futuristic setting instead of a classical fantasy. And that was in my opinion, that was a good melding in terms of the game, because now I can just say, I don't have to blame it on the Allegans or the Asians. I can blame it on Alexandria and be like, hey, 30 years in the future, we're going to all look like this. Or at least in a separate realm. Yes, Husky Frap says, Solution 9 was so cool, but it's so empty. Yeah, and I think most of that has to do with the fact that most of the people who have been playing this game are spending more time in Tuliolal. That's why it makes it feel so active, whereas Solution 9 I think is only for, like, right now is just story and a few and I think script redeeming, and of course the tombstone gear. So if you go near the vendors in Solution 9, it's bumping, but then you go to the other areas and it's just like, eh. And I know I have the Arcadion to look forward to in like the next week or so, if I can get my gear up to those limits. I just thought of something else. You know, we just released female Hrothgars, and I've only seen, like, I don't know, maybe 9 or 10 of them. And I'm not talking about like NPCs. Like, I expected a lot of people to hop on the Them Hrothgar look for at least a week or so, but it just feels like I'm just now starting to see it grow, especially after a month. I swear this has got to be the I'm sorry, can I just say that these are the longest credits I've ever had to sit through? Already 11:40 at the time of this recording, and I'm just like, I need to get through this. How many companies got into this freaking pot? Maybe this is why it was just felt so kind of lackluster, because too many cooks, you know? Okay, I will not deny that. Husky Frapp said we got good content out of it at least. Yes, we did. I will not deny that. And I still have to go and get all my ether currents, which I'll most likely do while I'm at work tomorrow. And yes, I did just say when I'm at work tomorrow, because I do play Final Fantasy when I'm kicking back in my security job. So while I'm sitting here, waiting for these credits to speed up, Jesus Christ, is this as fast as they go? Yep, that's as fast as they go. Let me start off by saying I want to thank everyone for watching. I straight up getting paid to grind Final Fantasy XIV. Not necessarily. Sometimes I actually, you know, have to do my job, but oh, now we're finally getting to the end here. So I don't have time to thank everyone, but I will say thank you all for watching and everything. And thank my followers, my Sanctuary crew. It wouldn't be the Sanctuary without certainly it wouldn't be the Sanctuary without me, but at the same time I have all my friends and allies who are there for me, who help me get through each and every day, because let me just be honest with y'all, there are times where I've just straight up felt like giving up on the Sanctuary and just leaving it at that and just playing this game for the hell of it, and then my friends are here to help me out, and for lack of better terminology, they help me realize that I'm not as much of a colossal boner that I could eventually be. So I want to thank them for that. I want to thank all my followers, because without followers, this live stream and this channel would be absolutely freaking nothing. So I want to thank you all. And of course, Yoshi P, Masayoshi Soken, and the rest of the dev team. I love Final Fantasy. I've been playing it since 2.0 beta. I wish I could have played 1.0 like I always say, but yeah. Anyway, we're finally through the credits after all that time. Jesus Christ. Oh, hey guys.
I'm sorry, we haven't been able to talk properly. Oh, between the reconstruction work and Papa's funeral, I've hardly had time to breathe. But at long last, oh, there's a lull in my duties.
Sweet.
You've done more for us than we could ever hope to repay. Thank you from the bottom of my heart.
When we left Eorzea behind to take part in the contest, none of us could have predicted what complications would follow. You truly have a knack for finding trouble, my friend.
Oh, bite me and fight me, Aaronville. It was not my intention.
And you wouldn't have it any other way.
So what's next for you? Assuming you're still set on leaving the Gleaner's life behind?
Oh, he's actually leaving the Gleaner's life, huh?
I'm off to fulfill my mother's dream, of course. Like she had intended, I'll embark on a journey in search of the unknown. She's sure to enjoy my stories when we meet again in the ethereal sea.
Well,
Not gonna deny that.
Sounds like a plan. But will you have the coin to get by?
Husky
I
Frap
may
says,
no longer be a
Aaronville
Gleaner,
Beastmaster
but I
Arc.
still have
Calling it
contacts in
right
Charlene.
now.
Contacts with deep pockets, always eager to pay for information on new or rare species.
You've got it all worked out. And what of you? Any new adventures in the offing?
Oh, there are plenty I
Regardless,
plan on.
Until you're ready to leave, you're our guest here in Tulihiolal. And this time, I won't pester you to take up a post. By now, I know you well enough to know you can't stay in one place. No more than you can ignore the plight of those in need.
Mm-hmm.
Your path will always lead you elsewhere, and you'll continue walking it. Isn't that so?
Yep. You know it.
An adventurer to the marrow you are. What is it exactly that spurs you on?
Really? You're asking this? All the sights I've yet to see. I have a feeling that that artifact is going to come back to haunt us in this expansion. Oh, if that ain't foreshadowing, I don't know what is. Anyway, let's talk to Wuklamat. Well, as much as I'd love to keep chatting, I need to get going. Still a heap of things to do, and it wouldn't do to leave it all to Kona. By the way, did Goluzar decide to remain in Solution 9? He did. I said that he can consider Tuliolal his home, but he's more comfortable over there. Shell keeps an eye on him for us. But we'll visit him as often as we can. He still needs our support, especially while he's agonizing over his inherited authority. Though I told him he needn't make a decision right away, we can't postpone it forever either. I'll do whatever I can to help Galuja, as well as everyone inside the dome. I promised as much to Sphene. For my part, I'll be keeping to Toral for a time. Among other things, I'd like to look into the problem with the wildlife in Shaloni. So if you get the urge, Chris, let's go on another journey together. There's still plenty of places I would like to show you. Now that sounds like fun. If you ever have need of me, I'll come running. Oh, and before I forget, I also have a gift for you. Can you guess what it is? An alpaca! It comes from Tobli's stable, of course, and it's as sure-footed as they come. Perfect for an adventurer who's always on the move, eh? Here, this is the whistle for calling it. Yay, now I have my own alpaca. Right, I'll really get going now, but I'm sure we'll meet again soon. Till next time, take care. Oh, and time for the foreshadowing. everyone's still agonizing over Sphene's loss. Until... Fellow citizens of Alexandria! Ever since our beloved queen's passing, you have understandably abided in grief. Sorrow darkens your once bright faces. But is this what Her Majesty would have wished to see? No! Most assuredly not! You know this to be true! If we are to honor her memory, we must reclaim our smiles. To that end... That's right, friends! After a long hiatus, I am pleased to announce the grand reopening of the Arcadion! The realm's finest fighters stand ready to entertain you in glorious and thrilling combat! Come and join us, I bid you, and let your cares be forgotten! Something to look forward to. As skies of flame proclaim night's end and thoughts unto adventure's tend, the brave make haste. I can never get... They make that too fast. Well, you have completed the main scenario quest, Dawntrail quest to unlock new content and have now become available in Tuliolal and Solution 9. Additionally, you may now enter, trust system. Rest well, seeker of the unknown, for many and more adventures await you. And with that, we've unlocked the achievement in the glow of a new dawn. We've also obtained the alpaca whistle and the smile orchestrion roll. And now I have got to do some serious research. Because one of the things that, oh, there's the Wandering Minstrel, and look at what gear he's wearing this time. Like this wasn't fucking obvious. Anyway, I'll unlock all of this outside of the stream because I've already padded out this episode enough with the credits. Anyways, before we go, I do want to once again thank everyone who has been just essential to this live stream being what it is. First and foremost, of course, my Sanctuary crew, Lord Fyrax, Coralash, and of course my loving wife Aria Stormborn, as well as Ilfang and several other crew who I can't, list right off the top of my head right now. On top of that, I also want to thank the dev team and Square Enix for making such an amazing game. And yes, this was kind of but it's sure to get better as we progress through. Finally, I want to thank my followers, especially my most recent ones in the last couple of weeks. Oh Hey It's Kara, Catmama616, Miss Gordon, Emma Dove 717, Husky Frap, and Rainsmund. Thank you all for following. It wouldn't be the Sanctuary without you guys. I hope you all enjoy. But with that being said, holy shit, is it late, and I have to be in work at 7. So, with that being said, thank you all for watching. I hope you all enjoyed the show. If you're watching on Twitch, stay tuned for final announcements. But if you're watching the VOD on YouTube, here are the links provided. and we will see you all next time.